Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. We have some breaking news for you in the Idaho4 defamation case that has been styled as Rebecca Scofield versus Ashley Guillard. As we have reported previously, this two-count complaint that the plaintiff, a University of Idaho at Moscow history professor, filed on December 21st, 2022 against online content creator, TikToker, psychic Ashley Guillard, alleging two claims for defamation. Count one alleges that plaintiff had been defamed when defendant published content stating that she had culpability for the crimes that occurred at 1122 King Road, steps away from the University of Idaho campus on November 13th, 2022. Count two is a claim alleging that the defendant had defamed the plaintiff by publicly stating that she had had a romantic extramarital affair with one of the students. The plaintiff filed a document entitled Motion for the Court to Take Judicial Notice. This was filed on the 18th of February 2026, just days before the trial, which has been scheduled to commence in federal court, Boise, on the 24th of February. And this motion for the court to take judicial notice dealt with Idaho versus Kohberger. There were documents that plaintiff asked the judge to take notice of, including the indictment against Mr. Kohberger, his agreement to plead guilty in the case, and his sentencing, which occurred on July 23rd, 2025, relative to the crimes at 1122 King Road. The court entered an order, a docket entry order, that same day, February 18th, 2026, directing the defendant to respond. It states here, defendant shall respond to said motion for the court to take judicial notice by 5 p.m. Mountain Time on the 20th of February 2026. And then if the plaintiff elected to file what's called a reply brief, as the court has said here, reply, if any, is due on or before 8 a.m. Mountain Time, February 23rd, 2026. Now, in looking at the docket, it does not appear that the defendant filed the court-ordered response to that motion for the court to take judicial notice relative to matters involved in Idaho versus Kohberger. This deadline of 5 p.m. on February 20th is just days before the pretrial conference in person is scheduled to happen in the federal courthouse in Boise, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, courtroom 3, before U.S. Magistrate Judge Patricchio. And then the next day, Judge Patricchio is scheduled to preside over the 4-day jury trial, where the only matter that will be before the jury will be what, if any, damages should the plaintiff be awarded from the defendant. We are going to continue to keep you posted as further developments arise in the Idaho4 defamation case of Scofield versus Guillard. So please continue to stay tuned. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you very much for joining us here today.